Now sometimes you're at the airport, you actually like some thoughts just go through your mind, and I just started thinking about that fight, Corrales Castillo in 2005. Man, I'm telling you, it's probably the greatest fight I ever saw in person, for sure, the greatest fight I ever saw in person. I would say maybe one of the greatest rounds ever in boxing history, championship boxing history. Round 10, because I remember that we're in Vegas. We're in Vegas for Winky Wright and Trinidad's fight in 2005. I believe that fight was probably, I think, a week later. Yes. I remember my brother and I were there, AK. Shout out to AK. Because he was in camp with Winky's camp boxing. So I was there. Shout out to Dame. Rest in peace, Dame. A whole bunch of others right there. It was a great time, great time. I can't believe it's been that long ago. My goodness. Jeez, I'm getting washed. I remember 10th round. I believe the Corrales' camp asked him to box in that fight. And because of the whole Puerto Rican, Mexican thing, Cinco de Mayo weekend, I think it was, the guy said, no, I'm going to fight. So fighting to him means like he's going to be in the phone booth, right? He's not going to box and just be on the outside because he's a better boxer. But he's just going to fight, be in the phone booth, and they're just going to back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, which is not supposed to be his tactic. But because of his heart, and he just wanted to make sure, like, I'm going to fight, I'm not going to run, I'm going to be in the phone booth. They were right there, bro. Right there. In the 10th round, so Castillo knocks him down 25, 30 seconds into the 10th round. Castillo knocks him down. But Corrales, he spits his mouthpiece out. Yeah, so he did that. And because of that, he got maybe a couple of extra seconds, which is a veteran move. It was the first time I saw like somebody using that to his advantage for me. And then he gets hit again shortly after. And he did the same thing. But I think he got a point deducted, if I'm not mistaken. He got a point deducted. And then it was at that point where the heart of a champion rose. And imagine like you're like seconds away from losing the fight. But you still got that mean thunder in your hand, bro. Yeah. When he did put the mouthpiece back in him, I believe his trainer Goosen must have said something like, you got to knock him out now, something like that. Man, that man went in. He went in. You know what happens when a champion's back is against the wall? They would let loose. And that right hand let loose. He hit that man with a freaking right hand, bro. It was unbelievable. I remember when Corrales went down the two times, my brother AK would say, he's gonna get up. He will get up. I promise you, like he will. I remember to this day, I was like, no, he's almost done. Oh my God, he's gonna lose. And AK was right. He was right. He was so right. Because that boy came back. The greatest round ever. I mean, the adrenaline rush. I still have chills thinking about that fight. Yeah. But the next day, because I saw him the next day, and because like Jay Priest was managing them, I believe then, so like it was pretty much Jay Priest was managing Winky then too. Oh man, he was peeing blood, bro. Like he was peeing blood. I mean, I saw him the next day. That's why I posted that picture. But he was not the same, man. He was not the same after that. And then of course the rematch came a few months later, which in the camp people were talking about how, man, they're not entertaining a rematch for a while because of what happened in that fight. What a great fight, man. Rest in peace, Corrales, man. Man, oh my God, one of my favorite fighters because of that experience. But man, that round, go watch it, man. Google that round 10. Castillo Corrales won. Castillo Corrales won. One of the greatest fights I ever saw, for sure. The greatest round I ever saw, for sure. And one of the most memorable experiences